Alright, go.
Alright, I'm gonna start with the callouts first. Callouts in this map is pretty simple. You can literally call anything left or right, mid, main, top right, top left, bottom right. Pretty simple. But yeah. But usually this entire area is called spawn, left side, right side, main. This entire area in this warehouse is called lobby. This is called bats, under bats, or you can call it right side from your POV. This is called hill, or left side if you're on red. Red roof, blue roof, point, shutter. This is catwalk, and there's also catwalk. You can literally say left catwalk, right catwalk, or hill catwalk, or bats catwalk. They will understand. Under, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too complicated on the callouts. But yeah, once again, you call it left, right, anything. As long as people understand. Alright, let's start out with the rollout first. Similar product once again, you always hear the demo man. He gets 260 all the way. And he reaches the mid like that. No. There's many ways to roll out. As you can roll out left side into shutters or bats. You usually, if you want to roll out shutters, rolling out shutters is either big balls, so you gotta go into them to win, or you want to play the slower game, you go right side, which is normally what every team does. But this is my map talk, so I like all of you guys to go through shutters immediately. And how do you want that? Wow, it's pretty simple. Well, apart from the Demon Soldier, they're probably gonna jump all to mid. All of you just water together. Actually, Soldier equip whips, and he just whips everyone. All of you walk. Magus heals everyone around him. Prefer latch onto the scout, so scout can reach mid. You all walk, you walk here. Now you reach to mid. No. You can do exact, but if you were to walk right side instead, walk right side bats, you'll walk, you go on, for fuck's sake. You can jump like that, or there's no picks apart if you miss it. Jump here, now you're on bats. Not many teams go left side because it's so easy to get bomb die. It's so easy to get bombed because it's a very small area. So you can just bomb from their bats into you guys. It's very narrow. One sticky covers most of the area already. So running out left side isn't the best option. But you can do it if something is like the other rollouts isn't working, you can try that one. But yeah. Rollouts are pretty simple. It's just only demo man going. You either follow demo man or you go to bats. But yeah, it's pretty simple for the rollout. Soldier can always whip the heavy, unless the soldier's going for a fast rollout. By fast, I mean he just fucking jumps all the way to mid. I'll show you an example. Give me jump this, get the supply cabinet. I did that so badly. But you will slide up here. You shoot in the rocket. You land on the roof. That's what you call fast rollout for soldiers. I'll do one more time. Somewhat like that. And if the demo reaches here, you get the demo immediately. But yeah. Alright. Now the rollout's complete. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to understand. That's mostly it. But now, if you were to roll out right side onto bats here, what you do is heavy just stands here or here, preferably here. So you can look at the roof and look at under. And if you stand here, there's a sight line from all to their bats to yours So as a heavy, it's not a great idea to like peek this or any class really, including medic. Excuse me. Alright. But yeah, try not to peek this if you can. Heavy stance here. While that's happening, medic, pyro, demo moment drops down into this corner. While that's happening, your sniper will get full buffed and you peek the sight line. You peek the sight line if the enemy team were to go the bats of course. If not, if the enemy team were to go through shutters instead, you always peek them nonetheless, or right side. If they go right side, having heavy here is even more important, so you can protect anyone from going on roof and shooting down onto your team. That's why heavy here is quite important. Or just like your flank on top of their roof, or your heavy can come down here. But it's up to your team. But I would say heavy up here. The rest of the combo down there. Sniper just standing catwalk. Your flank always plays opposite your flank, so they'll play here on roof or play basically on hill. It's just to protect anyone from going behind and just trying to make a play on your team. Engineer for rollout. It's very simple. You go Eureka effect for telly, switch back to gunslinger, then you waddle all the way to mid. And you have many spots of telly. You have this one here in the corner, and you have this one here. It's your choice of preference. It's if the team's like attacking more often, then this telly is good. If the team's holding more often, then this telly is good.
Right.
But usually when you're attacking, you don't put a dispenser or like if on bats you usually attack, so you don't put a dispenser here. You just put a mini. Mini and the catwalk is quite good because it covers the point and literally most of the things. Mini here is also quite good. Just make sure to angle it. Like the only class that can kill it is like a sniper or basically a soldier or anyone's hit scan. Unless if you angle it, still gonna take a long ass time to kill it. But yeah. But yeah, you just drop down here, you peek this corner, and once again, it's up to your DM. Is what you're gonna do with it. I can't really I can't really say what you can do. It's very situational because it's a DM map once again, and yeah. But well, for things to be to your way, no, for things to be in your advantage, you gotta call out damage, you gotta finish up kills. Like if Demo was here and he's like peeking the sight line alone and he's taking a lot of damage from your Demo man, or he's just peeking alone here, you gotta focus fire him and he'll be down. Focus fire. If the Demo dies, there'll be no spam, so more space for you to walk, and more space used to edge cap really. But yeah, you just playing right side is playing the slow game. You just gotta do damage and to go soldier got to finish up kills or heavy or scout got to finish up the kills of the Demo man. But if we were to roll out shutters, all of you walk through shutters. Sniper stand all the way back here. Because if you're spy like a scout or engineer, just open the shutters for your sniper. And here's the entire sight line to look through here. And it's basically covered. Unless the enemy team also does the same thing, well, they open the shutters and enemy snipers here. But yeah, if you walk through shutters, it's a DM fight. It's literally all or nothing. It's up to your DM and it's how well you're going to perform on it. Now, basically, if you walk through shutters, they walk through the left side here. They walk through bats. Heavy comes, hug this wall. Head peek this wall. And if you're weak, you just basically walk left. Make sure to level. Like if something is code, like here, and they walk like this, they shoot you immediately. And as a heavy, you probably won't see it, so you might die. So just be wary in case like someone just walks on here. But heavy here, he gets buff. Met stands like right here. Demo man stands behind the heavy while peeking this a bit to spam. Power just 180 everywhere. He spell checks. He looks for bombers. Soldier scout. Huh. The soldier goes on that roof. Scout comes on this roof. Or switch spots. Soldier on this roof. Scout on that roof. Engineer puts dispenser there. Mini here. Or here. Anywhere basically. Sniper comes. Oh, sniper either keeps playing from shutter or basically go to bats or go through the hill. Of course, playing by yourself on bats would be quite risky because you're by yourself once again. A spy can kill you, a flank member can kill you. Playing in the combo is a bit more safer because because there's protection and there's protection, but there'll be less sight lines for you to peek. But yeah. You just hold this and you just capture point. Now you got the point. You can either keep holding this, but if it seems like they're starting aggressive on you and you go to reload or you have low health, you just fall back. Yeah. Stone man traps this. Med stands in dispenser here on this wall. Engineer or pyro goes on roof or scout goes on roof. Like one of those or two of those plays at least gotta be on roof. Engineer should be like up here most of the time. When he's not up here, he usually spy checks. This is a common spike or common spy decloak area. It's here. Uncloaks. Go through shutters. He uncloaks here. Walk here. Or basically here. Anywhere in lobby. Just comes into your team like this. And heavy stands here, looking up that one pipe specifically. Looks up for any bombers or anyone on the roof. Sniper just peek on your catwalk. Mini here. Uh, that's mostly for the combo just standing here. Soldier stands on the Soldier stands on blue roof or your bats. This is so he protects anyone coming flank from under or roof. If your soldier needs help, the scout will rotate to your soldier and help him. And yeah. If people starts edging on point like this, as a heavy, you should preferably peek like this if you want to, but you have a high chance of dying because you're peeking to sight lines, like that one over there. Sniper will be peeking this while your team edge. So peeking there might be really risky, but it's your choice. Or you can come here, rev around this corner, and just shoot anyone on point. If the demo was smart, he put traps right here. So if you walk past here, you die immediately. And basically, if anyone's on roof, you shoot down on them. As demo man, you wide peek this and spam stickies. And as a medic, you heal the heavy because he's taking the most damage. He's like in everyone's faces. Demo man's behind the heavy, so he's not taking as much damage. So basically, heal the heavy. He's taking the most. He's absorbing the damage. While that's happening, your pyro, he can't really do much. He just deflect spam, spy check a bit, but he plays with combo. Like if the demo man shoots pipes into your heavy or your demo man, the pyro's there to reflect it away. Or he can rocket jump towards the enemy team. That's a smile moment, but the one. And your sniper peeks together as well. Basically, you all got to peek together. You could contesting point, unless you're weak, of course. Engineer, you can also put sentry here. It's a really annoying sentry. It covers the point, well, most of the point, and basically covers the point, and it's kind of hard for them to see as well. Plus, they gotta look at your team while it's happening. But yeah. Also, Demo Man says this is also a trap, by the way. In case for anyone walk like this, they'll fucking die. And plus, if they were to Uber into you, this trap here will push them away into the air. But yeah. And now, oops. Yeah, that is if you were to get point, but if you don't get, well, sorry, my bad. I'm fucking brain farting so hard. Yep, walks through shutter, walks through shutter, but they come right side. What do? Heavy stands here. No man, white peaks. Power just stands between everyone, and it just stands there as well. Unless the sniper's like peeking over there, you can play all the way back here if you need to. Right back here, or just call out to your teammate and start dancing. Like you dancing. While you were dancing, is just try to dodge the bullet. What's happening? If the sniper's here, we're looking at a team. Your soldier or scout should come and try to kill him, or your spy even. If that doesn't happen, that's your team's fault. Because you gotta stay here and heal your teammates, or your team will die one by one, and you gotta leave all the way back to spawn. So that's why it's a risky rollout, but it's also high rewarding if you can do it correctly. But yeah, heavy stands here. The most spams. Sticky this, or just sticky that over, or just sticky here. So basically, any sniper or heavy trying to peek this, he would die immediately. And make sure someone's controlling roof, because if that demo or somebody was here, you just shoot down and you're dead. So preferably have like a soldier up here spamming them down. Scout play left side or play with the combo. But if you see or hear the sniper being called out, and you rush towards the sniper to kill him so your mid doesn't die. Similar shutters. Similar shutters, try to rush him if you can so he doesn't kill your med. And as a sniper, you should always listen to callouts of where the sniper is. But yeah. But while you're holding this, if they were to come left side or come right side here on hill, as a soldier, you can always just bomb this, but tell your team when you're bombing, so your team can follow up by just heavy walking in, you're done wiping this and spamming even more. And while that's happening, your soldier jumps in, gets a lot of picks, or your teams get a lot, or your combo gets a lot of picks. Yeah. No. And of course, after you killed all of them, or if you get point, but if they're still standing here, you just keep holding this until they leave. But when you have point and they leave, you just go to hill and you hold. Basically, go to the position you normally go to. And I forgot to say this, but hill is usually for defending. Bats is usually for attacking. Basically, left to attack, right to defend. No, not to fuck. I'm retarded. Left to defend and right to attack. That's pretty simple. And no. What if the enemy team were to walk through shutters, same with you? And that's just a DM fight. You just walk into them. You walk into them. You might play around your demo, so you just damage and you walk into them. But it's just a DM fight. I can't really say much. You just walk into each other, and whoever's the stronger DM or the most lucky, that team wins. And you get after that you get point, and you go on a you go to on hill if you win, of course. If not, you go back. Also, by the way, the very first point, if you capture on the very first capture, when it's like this and you capture, it doesn't delay your spawn because it's the first capture. You don't delay your spawn, of course. But after 30 seconds on any cough map, it will delay your spawn if it takes that long for a mid fight. But yeah, just don't, it's fine. Just don't. You don't need to delay if it's like when your team's down. You just cap it immediately. All right. Now, how do you attack? Of course, remember the three Ubers. Remember the three Ubers. If you have this ad, you don't have point. You simply sack for it. And how do you sack? You might either plays here a bit or play over here, giving buffs to your demo, soldier, and pyro. Pyro can sack by using detonator jump onto roof. And soldier, pretty simple enough. He rocket jumps from anywhere. All go into the team. Soldier, demo man put one sticky here. He jumps and into the med. Very simple. While that's happening, if you force them, they might retaliate by just jumping in. And for that, and for you to counter that, you might either place in lobby with your heavy standing here, your power just standing in lobby, just for anyone, if anyone comes through shutters, of course. Or your med plays all the way back here. If you say they use, you might just leave here. But preferably, like a player, is common members, high or the heavy. But if you don't think they're gonna come that far, then stay in lobby. Lobby is quite safe. Also, dispenser should never be put here due to the reason when you're attacking, you're not going to attack for long. If you have a level 3 dispenser here on bats, you're doing something wrong. You're taking way too long to attack their team. As in, that should never happen. Because, I mean, you're on the attacking side. You can just walk in, sack for the med, or sack for anything. You'll keep walking and keep walking. You have a faster respawn time. Don't be scared to trade, but don't feed unnecessarily as well. Whose mic is that? Oh dear. That is if you have this add and you don't have point, of course. But you keep stacking until you either force them or until you get Uber yourself. Now, if you have even Ubers and you don't have point, Demo Scout or Pyro, using again, using like this. I as a demo as a demo man, I usually put a sticky here. I ask my mech to use. I just jump in, the scout, well, and the med latch onto the scout, and the medic will flash the demo man next. The reason why is demo man just jumps, trap here, so no one can leave. While that's happening, oh, the fuck was that? While that's happening, your scout walks in, force them, and you and the med leaves. I die. I die. It's fine. That is right. There's more success. More success. Uber force basically exchanging Ubers. Because sometimes then when the scout just walks here, they might just get air blast by a fucking pyro and you can't do anything. Oh, that's why I might jump in and try to force them as well. And if I die, but you force them, you just leave. Med scout leave. All of the bats. Yeah. Of course, after a respawn, you get heals for pulse again, and after pulse, your heavy drops down, your combo drops down, your sniper peek, your sniper will be ready to peek, and as engineer, you put either mini here, put mini here, or just put mini here really, anywhere in here. Then after that, the heavy peeks this corner, or if you want, peek jump rev onto this ledge and peeks the entire team. Sometimes heavy don't expect that because he's usually looking at this. If they would hold aggressive, of course. But as a heavy, you can jump rev into this as well. A bit riskier because Sticky's can be here. You fly up and you die. Of course, when you're peeking this, try peek like a wide angle, but don't peek like this. Don't peek like this, like hugging this entire thing. Peek like this, so you can see the stickies and you shoot them, or the demo can just shoot preempt just or the demo can shoot a sticky here or here, or take it off.
I have a question.
Yes.
As heavy, do you can you like jump from the high ground, the catwalk, and instead of going near the wall here where you at, why not going under, all the way under the point and behind them to flank? Are they going to expect it?
Usually a spy will go under to flank, of course. So a spy might see you and call you out, or so you can see you and force you out. That is if the flank were to see you, of course. If not, then you can come through under if you want and shoot from here. Yes, it definitely works because heavy import plant in higher levels, heavy import plant usually go under, and the team just walks in by themselves. It definitely works, but it's it's higher coordination. I'll say that much. Not that high, but a bit more complicated. So just follow the open basics for now, and after you get better and better, you can definitely use that. But plus you going by yourself, you might get fucked by anything. But
Yes.
yeah, so have
Even
like
with like a buff, 450.
450 now, because as a soldier, you just corner peek. Like if he sees you hit there, just walk it here, just
Yeah,
walk it
he's gonna
here.
spam on there.
Yeah. As a scout, if the scout is good, he can dodge your bullets and just give you like 500 damage. If he connects all his bullets, of course. Heavy is like he must be prepared before like a fight. If not, then he's gonna lose. But yeah. Plus a heavy here, it's not super strong, but it can definitely work. You just basically distract them really. But yeah. When that's happening, if you want when you're walking, you all walk together, heavy just hug this corner, power just try to edge the point, spam just reflect any spam you can. Then one man try to spam, putting Sikis here or here. Med also follows up. This is after post Uber, by the way. And your sniper should peek with your team because the sniper will have a great time if this will have a great time if the enemy team just or enemy sniper just looks at your team and your sniper's not there. So yeah, preferably your sniper peeks, your team also peeks, peek together, not peek one by one. Once happening, your scout just edge. Engineer also same thing, also edge while putting your mini here or down there. So as a soldier, you just either hold your roof, or if you think you can do it, you can do a fucking bomb into them. If you're doing a bomb into them, say to your team you're bombing, and your team will walk in, and you'll collapse on them. And that's like either easy 9k to your soldier or easy 9k to your combo. But yeah. If that doesn't work, just keep trying, just keep doing it. Because you don't want to waste time, you don't want to get a pick, you want to get every pick you can. And yeah. Just keep trying and doing it. Now if you have Uber ad but you don't have point, well, you know once again demo scout or demo pyro you used in. Your team also walks in, but your team don't get flash until they really need it. Like if your heavy's like 50 HP and he's about to die, you can flash your heavy, or like an engineer, I guess. But like anyone that's near you that's weak, you can flash them, but don't flash all of them, because healing priorities will be the demo man and scout. And Soldier can also jump in once again, while your team Ubers it in, or your demo man can jump into them while your scout's being Ubered and drags a medic to your demo, and he traps this off and wipe them. But yeah, you always walk into Uber. Don't fear anything. Just be prepared. Jump down, med use, just walk in fast. You need to be you don't want to waste time here because it's on the clock. And every second matters a lot. No. Oh, wait, I was gonna say again. Oh yeah. By the way, not really. Common spot, close spots behind basically anything here or in lobby and under bats. And yeah. No, if you have point and you're holding, if this ad, if you have this ad, you might other plays. You might plays in lobby here. He can still heal everyone like a soldier and demo man. They just got to play more passively as well. They heal everyone. They heal everyone. Buff your pod specifically, and if they use in you, the pod M2s them away. Don't play so passive that you give the point for free, because you want to make them use into you, and then you just leave by wasting the Uber. If you were just to play so passive that they cap point without using, then that's a waste. But if you try to bait them into using, then leave the best you can. Even as a heavy, even as heavy, if you can't leave it, then at least you force them. There's something at least. Just fist of steel, stand and block, and your team just leaves, goes to bat. Now you have Uber ad. You can either dry fight it or you can push with Uber. What is it? Team play passive, but you can still sound like engineer can be on roof still because if engineer dies, it doesn't matter as much. And yeah, and power just plays the most aggressive or play next to demo man and M2s them away. And yeah. Now, if you have even Ubers and you have point, buff your power once again. You play roughly here. Demo man also play roughly behind. Heavy same spot. Look at this. And your heavy can peek this as well. I'll come over here. Uh, in open, they usually don't know what post Uber is and or how strong the post Uber is. So sometimes heavy peeking this and Ubering the heavy themselves while doing an exchange, or guarantees like some kills at least. And your dumb man just walks in with Uber and that, or just Uber your pyro only if you need to them to them away. Well, yeah. But usually in open, they don't leave for post. They just stay in and hope to win the DM fight. Sometimes that works, sometimes doesn't. Most of the time doesn't. But yeah. Now you have Uber ad, you have Uber ad, and you have point. You can use into them. Of course, using into them is much more riskier because the man's on bat, and the only player that can get him is Scout, Demoman, or Soldier, and a Spy. Those are the only four players that can get them. By what I mean, it's just Demo Soldier jumping in, the Scout just fucking trying to flank the best he can by going through lobby, up into the med, and your Spy just decloaking on the med. If you want to use into them. Once again, med, don't walk, never cross this line unless it looks kind of safe. But rule of thumb, never cross this line if you can. As opposed to all, and just leave. And yeah. No, I was gonna say again. Alright. Now, having the most migraine ever. Oops. I think that's mostly for it now. If you have any questions, just ask me. If I remember something, I'll tell you now. If I do remember something. Oh yeah, remember. Fuck's sake. I'm so dumb. Well, yeah. Fuck's sake. But if you have Uber ad and if you Uber ad, that means they're gonna stack into you. So as a med, you can either play here in dispenser and just crouch into it. As or if you think your team can't do a good share of just fucking denying the bombers, you can stand here. Spot check for yourself, by the way, because you're the one furthest back once again. Engineer can help spot check as well by just standing here. Heavy, same position, look out for bombers. Demo man, trap this, put sticky here. Because usually soldiers or demo man usually go through his path and look at your med. And I got so many kills with this spot. Or you put your traps here. Because it's a soldier. You jump and you reach that spot. Example. Like that. You put extra over here as well. Like that. And you play like this. Play them further back. They jump in, you dead. And after their Sax dies, you just come back in. You come back in and just go to your normal positions, reset. And you make sense here again. And yeah. You usually play in lobby to bait out Ubers or bait out sacks. And that's why sacking in pop line is way harder because the man can literally just deny the thing by just standing here. It's an easy way to sack, but it's also the easiest way to counter it as well. Also, when they use into you guys and you leave, you leave. Now you have Uber, but if you don't, you can walk through shutter to refight. Walk through shutter, your demo one walks out, your heavy peaks, all of you peak. Even if the sniper's peeking you guys, you all peek together and just focus the player down. Like a heavy's here, you focus heavy, or demo man's here, you focus a demo. Focus whoever's the most aggressive, preferably demo or heavy, and the med afterwards. And yeah, that's how you refight again. No, crits on this map can be quite strong if you can do it correctly, because crits into them already and they're all dead. That's why your spot needs to keep on check on what medigun they have. Yeah. Crits, if you want to use crits in them, kind of hard because you're on low gun, you don't know where the med is. You should like fucking random pipes randomly, and yeah. And the counter crits basically is almost similar of how countering Uber, countering the Uber ad. Med plays here, but play here. Don't peek this. Reason why, this is fucking edge bug twice in a row. You shoot a sticky, and it basically land where you're standing. But usually lands here, like here. This where you usually stand when they use into you guys. I don't know if Uber. But with crits, you standing here is quite dangerous, so stand like between here. Like the close one will get to you is like probably this. Probably kill you. So that's why I play like right here. Your team can still play aggressive to kill the soldier or leave. Or if you think your team can do it, once again big balls into the demo and hope he dies. And yeah. Yeah. And that should be mostly it for Pro Plan. If you have any questions, just ask me. I guess not. You can stop it open. Is it open? Pinball. Of course, there'll be more maps. I just only did a Pro Plan one first because it's the easiest one to do. Then. Like, but yeah. No. Also, by the way, be careful these traps. Well, I don't make can play really aggressively put traps here.
What's the spot called again?
Bats. And put traps like this, you peek like this, and you don't even know. Yeah, it's called bats.
Bats. Okay.
And the bats. Or you can call it white side if you want. If you're from a blue POV. It's pretty simple. Oh, I forgot there's one more spot. I can't remember. Yeah, don't need to remember. I forgot this is a sightline again. Can't remember. Also as an engineer, you can't build a mini here anymore. You can't build a mini across this line because if you just build a mini like a level 3 this sentry here, like a spike is uncloaks right here. Let the sentry shoot and just close the shutter down again. It's a very strong spot and it's busted. That's why they put a no building zone here. So the only thing you can do is put a mini here or a sentry, and that only that have a longer distance to shoot at. Yeah. Oh wait, no. I'll change to a different map for now. You can explore the map if you want to. It's a pretty simple map. And you're finally here.